let's get out the right in their minds. In their minds, screw up with me, boy. Don't go right in their minds. Come on, every boy, there's a fight in their minds.
Rizal Memorial Football Stadium getting set for our third and final match on this Saturday, and it's a big game here between Garelli Football Club United and taking on against Tuloy FC, who've got a fantastic opportunity tonight to get back into winning ways. Big match between Don Bosco Garelli, as we mentioned, and so glad you could join us live here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium as the Philippines Football League continues wherever you catch us, whether it's on pfl.org.ph or on the YouTube channel or on Facebook. Jing Hamlang and Cam Rodriguez calling this matchup. And like we said, it's a fantastic opportunity for both teams actually to be able to showcase their football here in the top flight of Philippine football.
Jing, it's a pleasure again to be here with you. You're right, it is an opportunity for both teams to showcase what they have, to play to their strengths, and hopefully secure the crucial 3 points.
Let's take a look at the team standings just to find out where the two teams lie as of the moment here in the 2024 PFL. Tuloy and Don Bosco at the bottom half of the table, sitting in 11th and 12th as of the moment. And nakikita natin, no, in terms of challenging for the title, it's not really what these two teams are going for at the moment, but they're looking for experience and they're looking for ways to be able to express themselves here in the top flight.
And this is the great opportunity for them to truly express themselves, where they are going up against two opponents or against an opponent where they are sort of matched level in terms of their skills, their techniques, and really a matter of pushing each other to secure their goal for this match.
Let's focus in on Don Bosco Garelli, who have had a tough go in the last couple of weeks after one of the biggest surprises of the season with a 4-2 victory over Mendiola. They've been brought crashing back to earth with a 5-1 defeat to Loyola and a 7-0 drubbing at the hands of United City. This is a game where they really want to get back on track.
And this is a good opportunity for them to really reset and show what they have in the table, and they were able to show that they have that special skills and power, especially when they showcased it against Mendiola, where they interestingly won 4-2, and it was a good shocker of a game, that match.
And of course, they had a change in coaches quite recently, and Joel Villarino actually in the stands today. He's going to be keeping a close eye on how things transpire here against a Tuloy FC who have impressed a lot of viewers with the style of football that they play. However, the results on the pitch have not gone their way in the last two matches.
Truly, they have solidified their identity as a passing team. They are a team who is good on the ball, where they support each other and are able to move the ball quick. So it would be interesting to see how they fare against the Garelli side.
John Lloyd Halike, by the way, has been a revelation this season, and alongside Noti, who is also amongst the youth nationals of this team. And they've been a joy to watch. It's just a matter of being able to translate that into results para dito sa kupunan ng Tuloy FC. And like we mentioned, up against a Garelli side that is perhaps more to their level, you wonder if this will be one of those games where they think they have a better chance at getting maximum points.
So it will not be an easy match for both Garelli and Tuloy. It will be a match where really both teams will try to get on the front foot early, and if Tuloy manages to get into that rhythm and passing game early, they could gain that advantage and walk away with the 3 points.
Now, let's turn things over to Agatha on the sideline.
With both teams comprising of mostly young players and students. I was able to talk to Coach Ram of Garello, and he was able to tell me that they have had positive spirits in their training, and high spirits at that, and that after going through a tough period of adjustment and players getting to know each other, he's happy to see that they are starting to gel. We're excited to see what both teams have in store for us. We also had Tuloy FC, who was not playing last weekend, and they have a little bit of a longer time of preparation. So we'll see how that plays out. Excited to see how that goes. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Agatha. both sets of teams now on the pitch. Tuloy in blue, Don Bosco in white today. It's going to be a great contest. Capping off an eventful day here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Loyola getting a big win earlier on. And a victory for United City. No draws. They've been very rare in the PFL this season. And we're going to see who gets maximum points tonight between Don Bosco Garelli and Tuloy FC. It's a battle between Carl Claudio on the sideline for Don Bosco and Taketomo Suzuki for Tuloy. We're going to get an opportunity to see starting lineups in just a little bit. While we do that, expectations for this match, Cam?
It will not be an easy fight. I believe that the young team that we have in Tuloy FC will really try and take the game earlier on with what they know. Sabi nga ng coach nila, they had a longer preparation for this, and I believe that preparation can translate into performance, lalo na siguro mas may opportunity sila na pag-aralan itong Garelli side na ito.
Both captains on the pitch here. Banjo Mahinay para sa Garelli and si Sidon Saut para sa Tuloy. Man in the middle is Meliton Pilayo, and he's assisted by KB Nanyola, Ismael Pasion, and Jesus Abogado. Ngayon tutukan natin ang starting 11 ni Carl Claudio. Comoin up top alongside Johnson. They're going to be leading the line. Oladipo on the left side. And those are going to be some of the main threats para sa koponan ng Garelli, who's going to have Banjo Mahinay, Banagodos, and Salamoding involved in there, as well as Bolin in the middle. Now, starting 11 para sa Tuloy FC.
So we have Jalique really anchoring the center along with Nunes, Diaz, and Saut. And we have another Saut in the defense line leading that central area with De Gracia. Whale is there in between the sticks. And we really have a good matchup for tonight, Jing.
It's one of the most exciting midfields in the league. Nunez and Jalique there in the middle. We're going to see how they are able to express themselves. It was a close game against Philippine Air Force. Perhaps just a little bit outmatched physically, itong Tuloy. And that's been one of the biggest challenges that they've had this season. Is, of course, they're a bit younger as well, itong Tuloy, no? So dealing with the physicality of men, big men at that here in the first division. But they've done their best to overcome that with their slick passing.
Right, and with Kumowen up on top for Garelli United, Tuloy FC's defense would need to be sharp and switched on, especially in moments na sabi nga natin na they are not the best yet with physicality, but it is an opportunity for them to get that experience.
What a start. Beautiful run on the right side, almost finding Sahor in the middle. At may problema dito ang Don Bosco. Simula pa lang, first minute of the game, they might have an injury here. Player down, needing a bit of attention. He's holding the shoulder.
Oh, that's always tough, Jing, especially when we are just starting the game. And as a player, that is one of our worst fears na kakastart pa lang may injury ka. So hopefully it's nothing too serious for Garelli, especially they need every single man.
Mukhang si Zorbito, actually he's pulled up already there. So actually it might not be his shoulder. It looked like he pulled up in his first sprint.
I think so too. Parang we initially saw him make that sprint and then slow down and, you know, found himself on the ground.
So it's Winces Balbino actually who is struggling here. He's limping very markedly here. So mukhang mapupuwersa ang Garelli into an early change. Let's recall that you only have 3 windows to make changes. Halftime not being included, you can make 5 substitutions, and they might be forced into their first one, not even 5 minutes into the contest.
And you know, as a game changer, when you're on the bench, these are the moments that you prepare for, na at any moment kailangan ready ka kasi hindi natin alam kung anong mangyayari sa match.
Looking for the run in the middle. It's nicely cut out by Nunez. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Harry Nunez already has made his senior team debut. It was the Suzuki Cup as well that he played.
Yeah, that kind of experience is truly valuable, lalo na if you're in the middle and you're anchoring your team. Kasi kailangan mo nga yung experience na yun, and you have to be good on the ball.
And here is Nunez spreading it out wide. It's going to be a man to watch here. Had it poked away. Saud. We're going to spread it. Just a little bit too early there. Didn't bring it under his spell anyway. Cyril Saud on the right side.
South in that moment looking to make a forward run, and had that been timed a bit earlier, that could have been deadly for Garelli United kasi kita natin na iwan na yung defensive line na yun.
Chance to breathe here for Garelli. It's also an opportunity to get back Winces Balbino. It seems to be okay. Bit of magic done there by the physio.
Physio and probably the determination to continue the game.
Did it look good? Nung nag-limp off si Balbino, it looked like
Nakakakaba.
Oh. Still walking a bit gingerly, but we'll see if he is able to soldier on in this one. Room on the left side. One thing is for sure, it's easy on the eyes, the football of Tuloy.
Yeah, we can see them here really passing the ball around, the center midfield being in pockets, and by pockets we mean like these spaces in between players. And when you are in pockets like that, it's easier to receive the ball. And if I was Garelli United, they would need to minimize that space.
All the way back to Ronnie in goal, and he's found a bit of room here for Nunez. What you'll find here with Tuloy, bihirang-bihira. Nawawala yung bola sa pitch. It's always on the ground here. They're finding room on the right side. They win a corner kick.
It's their first corner kick of the match, and we saw that Jalike chose to do it early, and that's one of the things you can do. Minsan you can set up, but in this moment, you
Far
can...
post. Chance here for Tuloy, and they get the opener. Harry Nunez buries it into the bottom right corner.
And he could do something like that, as I was about to say. Nunez looking so composed in that moment, and really the whole team just being patient, being decisive, being unselfish, I think. Hindi nila pina-force.
Look at that, setting up the teammate. Pati yung finish. Didn't actually leave the ground that much. Harry Nunez just side-footing that into the bottom right corner. Let's have a look at it here. Nice little setup and cool finish to get us started here. An early goal para sa Tuloy FC. It's the perfect start for the men in blue. Chested down. Opportunity here for Garelli. And just beyond the reach of Redrick Fornis, who would have been offside anyway.
Instant response by Garelli United, and that's the kind of response we want to see, lalo na kung nagolan kayo as a team.
What a start for this young side. Eldest on the pitch, or in this squad actually, is just 21 years of age. So a lot of these boys are 17 to 21.
That's impressive, Jing. Just the amount of experience they'll receive from going up against different competitors. Really, really good for their program.
And the man on the score sheet, 19 years old, Noti Nunez. He is called, and more popularly known as, instead of Harry James.
Naughty.
I wonder if that has to do with his attitude, you know, outside of
Puede.
the pitch.
Inside and outside, diba? And he made no mistake earlier, really just shooting on target. You know, that was Tuloy FC's first shot on goal. First shot on target, tapos goal pa.
And this one just a little bit beyond the line of the defense there when that ball was released. John Levis Sahor making the run. Not the start you want if you're Don Bosco Garelli. For them as well, this is a fantastic opportunity against a team that is in their vicinity in the standings. And having already won against a team like Mendiola, they know they have the capacity to be trouble.
Yeah, just in that moment, it looked promising for Garelli United, but a little bit too rushed, I believe, by Johnson. Pero encouraging signs, Jing, na nakikita natin na may response na talaga si Garelli United pagkatapos silang maskuran. Oh, Tuloy has to be careful in that moment. Sinabi na nga natin, di ba, kailangan nilang maging switched on and sharp, lalo na when you have a powerful striker and physical striker in Comoen up on top.
A little bit better here from Don Bosco, holding on to the ball. Space was closed down. No lack of commitment there in that 50-50. Good work from Zurbito. And here come Tuloy. Saud getting it forward. Halike. Curling pass, and they could have an opportunity here. Tuloy with another. A beautiful finish. Curled in to make it 2-0. Goal from Cyril Saud.
Saud made no mistake. Bouncing on the errors of the Garelli side and being decisive in that moment, and just the skill of how he was able to hit that ball. Let's see that again. A recovery against the defenders and a left-footed curled shot to make it 2-0 for Tuloy.
Goal for Tuloy FC by player number 7.
Beautiful technique from Cyril Saud. And Tuloy's football being showcased at the moment here. They don't have that physicality that other teams might have, but they do have technique in abundance in all of their players. And it's being really displayed masterfully tonight. The crisp passing and the finishing in front of goal, Cam, has been very impressive.
Yes, it's a beautiful showing of what football is and what it can be, diba? Na ginagalaw nila yung bola left to right, hinahanap nila yung isa't isa, at nakakatuwa makita. Like, these are young kids who are really showcasing what they can do as a side.
Babagsak ang bola dito. Another curled effort, not far away.
Saot showing his prowess again. We just saw in the past minute na he's able to do those curled shots from the left. And ito yung sinasabi natin na inverted movement by wingers na kahit na right winger si Saot, pumapasok siya at nakapag-shot siya sa goal with his left foot.
And Saud already showed what he's all about. Wasn't far away with that second opportunity. Now just being able to drift past his marker. And now they're found an option on the left side. Can they keep it in play? Not quite. Intended target was John Diaz sa gawing kaliwa. You get the sense that they're just so familiar with one another, Tuloy, when they play.
Yeah, Tuloy as a program has the advantage of being together for a long time. And tama ka, nakikita natin to with how they play. Parang, yeah, the way they just move the ball, find each other, nakakatuwa. Parang kilalang-kilala na nila yung isa't isa.
It's almost telepathic with these guys. Because if you're listening on the pitch, there's not a lot of talking going on out there right now. But they know exactly where they need to be. Shuffling from right to left. Not trying to force it. Bit of a strong touch mula kay Nunez. They have room on the left side. Diaz. Nunez spreading it out wide. Saud. Nice to chase it down. Nunez now first time into the box. He's putting pressure here. They're probing, looking for a third. Tuloy, they're staying hungry here.
They are staying hungry and at the same time very composed. I think that's what stands out to me in the first 15 minutes of this match. They are not rushing. They are moving the ball left to right, and when they lose the ball, they just get it right back.
Into the box it goes. Garelli looking dangerous on the counter. Just walking their way forward, waiting for Garelli to engage here before they pick up the pace. And fascinating to watch this Tuloy side now playing in the first division. They've had some tough results go against them, but you can see them steadily improving.
And that's something you'd like to see, especially with a team that's young with them and that they do want to get this experience because they are going up against players who are so much faster and better than them, and that's the best way to learn as players.
Now Sahur, they're giving chase and almost being able to convert, actually. Just a bit of commitment being shown up front.
I think it's interesting to see how Garelli is playing this game where they're not necessarily pressing as a unit, which I believe they can do more of. So far in the past 15 minutes, the times that they have pressed individually, nakukuha nila yung bola. So this makes us think, what are the possibilities for them to have if they're able to press as a unit?
Meanwhile, Tuloy are doing what you would hope to see from Garelli, and they are well inside Garelli's half here, and they are pressing as a unit. It's got its risks playing in this fashion, but Tuloy making it pay. They weren't caught offside there. They had a lot of numbers forward.
Yeah, ito yung tinatawag natin na offside trap. So Garelli United was able to push their line up and leave 2 to 3 members of the Tuloy squad offside.
Aside from pressing as a unit, anong gusto mong makita dito mula sa Garelli? 2 goals behind now against a Tuloy side that is looking very confident here, Cam.
I think I'd like to see Garelli United be more decisive with their movement, that they want to be competitive, na hindi sila magpapatalo sa mga galaw ni Tuloy FC because they do have the firepower and they've shown that in their previous games. It's just a matter of working as a unit nga at mag-translate ito sa match nila.
Gonna be a goal kick. And a tough start for the man in between the sticks, John Rain Misagal. Para sa Don Bosco Garelli.
Also, when we talk about how we want to see Garelli respond to this game, I think there's an opportunity for Banagodos to really be that anchoring player in the middle. He is good on the ball, so if his teammates are able to find him or if he's able to give an option to his teammates, they could find joy up on top.
Again, lovely football from Tuloy to find the space on the left side. Chance sa gitna. Was there contact there? He certainly was looking for the whistle. Itong si Cyril Saud. He's popped up from the right flank.
I think that was a good recovery run by Oladipo where nakita natin na he really made the recovery run all the way from the center of the pitch to recover that ball kay Tuloy FC. And had he not done that, baka makagul pa ulit si Tuloy FC.
Bit of a half-hearted shot for a penalty. From where we were seated, it looked like there might have been a bit of contact there. Again though, impressive work. Fluid football mula sa Tuloy. Lots of room to turn into midfield. Right now, keeping possession. Under a bit of pressure now. Garelli pressing into Tuloy's half.
I think that was more of a lone effort, no, by Kumowen, where he was looking to cut the angle of Wale into his defender, pero they were able to find an immediate outlet. Again, it begs the question, if they are able to press together as a unit, kahit dalawa tatlo lang sila, baka makakonvert sila in those recovering moments.
Halike doing well, using his body to shield the ball. Turned away from his marker, took on another defender for drawing the whistle. He's been one of the revelations of the season so far, John Lloyd Halike. Young man with so much confidence and so much skill to go with it.
Yeah, it's been a joy to see him with the ball on his feet, really good on the ball, tight touches, finding his teammates and his head always on a swivel, meaning lagi siyang nagsascan, chine-check niya kung saan yung mga teammates niya.
Good pick off. And now that's a nice exchange here for Don Bosco. Finding a bit of joy in the transition. And now it's Tuloy. Finding the pockets, as you mentioned, Cam, again.
I think when you go up against a side like Tuloy FC who's always in the pockets, it really helps to be compact as a team, na yung line mo sa defense at sa midfield maliit lang, tapos yung line mo dun sa mga wingers at opposite wingers are really tight and close together. And this would force them out on the side, and hopefully gives them a better chance to lock a side like Tuloy out, because they'd have to find a way through the middle. And sometimes when you are able to sort of frustrate a young team like this na hindi sila makapasa, that might be to their advantage as well.
The flag is up very quickly on the left side. It was John Diaz who was making the run. Just needed to be a little bit more patient with that one because he was in acres of space at the end of the day. Able to express themselves almost at will here, Tuloy. Just a worrying sign para sa koponan ng Don Bosco. A side that likes to play fluid. Once they get their momentum, they're quite difficult to stop. And there's been a collision here. Player down. Si Urakoy. Slow to get up. 59% possession para sa koponan ng Tuloy. It's not a surprise, really. One more look at it. Like he got caught with the arm, the hand or the forearm. A lot of room to work with on the left side. Using his pace well, he might have overcooked it. Out for a goal kick.
A little frustration showed by the Garelli side na kung tinimpla niya ng onti pa yung touch niya, baka makakuha pa siya ng cross para sa team niya. But in that moment, it was far too strong, kaya lumabas yung bola. And understandable, I would also be pretty frustrated if and when that happens.
Said El Saud had support, but it was offside. They've been guilty a little bit too much of that, itong Tuloy. John Sahor just not aware that he was in behind already. Meanwhile, you see Winces Balbino, who's still kind of carrying his leg a little bit gingerly. Managing to stay on the pitch here, though, para sa Don Bosco Garelli. Credit to him. Nice turn. Good support. Garelli causing problems here. The pass just a little bit too strong. Now, Nunez. Halike. He's got his head up. It's fallen nicely here for Diaz. They're getting it central. There's room out wide, and they use it. Forced to go backwards. Not forcing it. They're going to be all offside here. Just have to be a little bit more diligent at watching the line.
Garelli United also showing the experience in that moment na nag-offside trap sila, and they have been successful with it in the past 2 times that they were able to do that.
Bulen. Spreading the play. Medyo malakas lang.
I think the story of the past 25 minutes, Jing, is really Garelli United has been probing, has been trying, but it's really making sure that that final pass or that final touch sets themselves up well.
And here comes an opportunity. That's poked away. Crucial challenge mula kay Capistrano. Nice supporting run. Shot. That's going to be wide of the target. Corner kick ang ibibigay.
I think that was encouraging by Comoen. Really, I thought he was going to hit it hard.
Pouncing on the missed clearance. Didn't see the touch, actually. Chance ito para sa Garelli. They've been struggling in creating chances, and now it's Jang Oba Johnson. Lots of white shirts to aim for, and they've got the height advantage in a big way here. It's a good delivery, and just over the bar.
Oladipo with that attempt. And ito na yung sinasabi natin na possibly kaya ni Garelli United ma-overpower si Tuloy kung ima-maximize lang nila yung physicality nila. And we were able to see in that moment Oladipo just having a free header on goal.
Actually, when you look at the replay there, it's his own man who made it a little bit more difficult. Redrick Fornis ang naging kalaban niya sa bola na yon.
What a great ball through the middle that weaved 2 to 3 lines. Ito yung mga pasa na talagang deadly because one pass can eliminate 3, 4, 5 people. Passes that Garelli United needs to watch out for in the rest of the 80 minutes.
Finding room, left side, little exchange, continuing his run. And now cutting inside, and he's brought down. Again, it's lovely football mula dito kay John Diaz. Drifting wide, drifting inside, continuing his run, earning a free kick.
Really, I think in that moment may kita natin just Garelli United being a bit careless, lalo na malapit sila sa penalty box. And when you're going up against a tricky side like Tuloy FC, you need to just stay patient and on your feet. Hindi ka pwedeng kumagat.
Yellow card para kay Christian Zurbito. At ngayon may oportunidad dito si Siron Saud, who curiously enough was wearing the armband earlier for the captain's protocol, and he's given it up to Harry Nunez midway through this first half.
Yeah, it seems like Tuloy has multiple leaders in their squad.
Sa'yo na to.
Encouraging side.
Sa'yo na to, nakascore kayo.
Good for photos.
Lovely attempt, drawing a save at buhay pa dito.
Just Tuloy FC, first to that ball, first to that second face ball. Just shows their mindset and the habits they have as a team.
They've poked it away as well, and they've earned a corner kick. Star Polaris, the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. It's being pinged around ever so nicely here by Tuloy. Ano nga ba yung sinasabi natin, Cam? At the start of the broadcast, it's about whether or not Tuloy will be able to display the football that they'd like to play. And we're seeing it here. And we talked about it being easy on the eyes, it being fluid. At exactly that ang nakikita natin mula dito sa koponan ni Taketomo Suzuki. What has impressed you the most about how they've been able to express themselves and really just showcase their ability here against Garelli?
Yeah, we did say that it is an opportunity for them to showcase their talents nga, di ba? And sabi natin na if they're able to utilize that and convert it into their performance, have the front foot, they could secure the 3 points today. And I think with 30 minutes, how the 30 minutes have panned out, it has looked very encouraging for Tuloy FC.
I think despite of the results, Tuloy, isa sa mga koponan. Flag did not go up here. Chance for a third. Blocked by Garelli. Clearance was only as far as Tuloy, and that shot going above the target from Siron Saud. They're looking relentless halfway through, or rather a half an hour into this first half.
Yeah, they want merging. They're not stopping at 2. And I think just to highlight that cross, that early cross that curls behind the defenders, that's not easy to do. And to have the technique from a side like Tuloy should be warning bells already for Garelli United na hindi nila pwedeng ipalagpas yung bola, mga bola na yon, but at the same time to mark their defenders or their attackers rather a little bit better. Kasi kita natin in that last moment, there were 3 free Tuloy FC players in front of the box.
Among the more popular teams to watch, itong Tuloy FC. I think we're seeing exactly why, Cam. Despite, whether they get maximum points or not, the performance level that they provide has been a joy to watch.
And for them to showcase it at such a young age is very promising for their program and really something already to be proud of na they are establishing this identity in the top flight professional league in their country.
And I think one of the more exciting aspects is what does it mean for the rest of Philippine football or young footballers out there that, I guess there's a message that's being sent here by Tuloy to the rest of the footballing public.
Yeah, it is a message of unity, of teamwork, of hard work, of the value of being a team and trusting, I think, in the program that they've had, because this kind of football, Jing, isn't just built for the season, but something that's been built brick by brick for the past 5-6 years, and really, really encouraging to see for their program.
There's always been a question of whether or not, football is for Filipinos. Of course, in this region, football is #1 as a sport everywhere in Southeast Asia and, around the world, really. And there's been question marks on whether or not is this the game that's perfect for Filipinos. And you're seeing an undersized, a young side like Tuloy being able to really, at this point in time in this match, is have their way against a much more experienced in terms of the players out there on the pitch.
Right, and pag sinasabi natin grassroots and local talent, really Tuloy FC as a program comes to mind kasi ang galing nila. They're able to really perform and move the ball and really be a unit. And it's something that we are having the pleasure to see in this new PFL On the Rise Football League for 2024.
Just a bit of an unsure touch there, but he's been bailed out. And John Rocky Grizola winning a corner kick. He's made his way from the left back position. He's wasted no time. Trying to catch Garelli sleeping here, and they just might. No. Counter-attack almost on for Don Bosco, and they're forced all the way back here. Ronnie Wale. Don Bosco. They've been relegated to chasing shadows here in this first half. Haven't really been able to get going as of yet, Cam.
Yeah, with 10 minutes left of the first half and being 2 goals down, it makes you beg the question, at what point will they switch on? At what point will they start connecting passes? And that halftime talk might be the difference for Garelli United, but till then, they have to find a way through into finishing this first half with no more goals after 2.
Lovely bit of skill mula kay Halike. Came to nothing, and here come Garelli now. It's a foot race here, and just a last-ditch tackle to deny that shot. Opportunity now here. Flag is up, and that was Jules Comoin who came close. Made a great run, was one-on-one, was just denied there. Shot blocked. This one was offside in the end.
I think in plays like this, it really begs the question, when is the right time to hit that ball and be selfish? Diba? As strikers, when you are powerful and have pace like Comoin, he could have been the one that spelled the difference and really sink that ball into the goal. Kasi may split second doon, nakala natin isushoot na niya, but he hesitated a little bit and found his teammate, yes. But I think the better option in that moment is really to just get his chances and take a shot on goal.
And meanwhile, Tuloy have wasted no time whatsoever in trying to get a third. Sahor came very close, was it not for the heroics of Misagal. Napaganda pa dito para sa Tuloy. The third one denied. Goalkeeper with a nice save. That's 2 in a row he's had now.
Big save from Misagal to be one-on-one with Tuloy FC, and really a really big save that he made for his team.
So close. They're knocking on the door.
Unfortunate for Tuloy FC, Halike with an open goal in front of him, and I think in that moment he had time. Pwede pa nga niyang i-control yun, pero tignan natin. I'm sure he will continue to knock on the door and give effort for his team.
A third goal looking more and more likely as this half continues. Garelli also showing signs that they're ready to take advantage when Tuloy commit too many men forward. Halike outside of the foot with that pass. Unbelievable. And so close to making it 3-0 with Cyril Saud ruffling the side netting.
I think the technique in Halike's pass to use the outside of his foot and really make that spin of the ball hard for his defenders to mark and find the opposite side of the field just shows his quality as a player, Halike.
Great technique, as you said, no, from Halike. In stride, hitting it outside of the foot there to get it right behind the defender. Gotta love that.
It's well weighted too. Hindi lang siya overhit, underhit, just the right pass to his team.
The press working well here para sa Tuloy. They're just frustrating Don Bosco Garelli at the moment, but they've wiggled out. And you can see the reactions. Hirap na hirap sila makahanap ng space going forward, that when they do, they really need to take advantage.
I think Garelli as a team has been showing promise when they win the ball, but it's a matter of, again, finding that final pass, having that final touch to set themselves up well. And they have set themselves up to have shots on goal. So far they've had 4 the past 40 minutes, but none of them seem to be on target. And I guess this statistic just shows the story of this half so far. That hopefully if they do become more decisive in front of the goal, they could find joy there.
And so far they've been relying on the trio up front, Oladipo, Johnson, and Kumawin, to really create the chances up front. Halike sticking a foot in, and he could get in behind here. Nobody around him just yet. Cutting inside, Halike. Trying to curl that for a teammate. Didn't quite get the spin that he wanted. This time with his left foot. He already showed what he could do with the outside of his right foot.
When you're a player, especially in central midfield position, you do need to have those different tools in your arsenal na pwede kang magpasa with your outside foot, pwede kang shumut with your left, and really just the versatility Halike has shown in the past 40 minutes is really a joy to watch.
Nunez matatawagan ng foul. He's enjoyed his first half so far. Itong si Harry Nunez, he's been instrumental alongside Halike. Nice little give and go. Chance here for Garelli, and that's a wonderful challenge. Offside was called anyhow. But there was a great save off his line quickly. Ronnie Wale was.
I think that's a little bit better from Garelli United, showing that decisiveness that has been lacking in the past 40 minutes. And it's just now a matter of timing it well, making sure that they are decisive in front of the goal naman.
Little less than 3 minutes remaining in this first half. Tuloy 2 goals ahead. They probably won't be too happy about that scoreline, actually. Given how much of the ball they've had and how many opportunities they've been able to create.
Yeah, they did start strong by finishing 2 goals within the first 15 minutes. And ever since then, they've shown their dominance in attacking. But again, it hasn't been translating in the last 30 minutes in the scoreline. And something to think of. And they have another opportunity now.
Going all alone here, he's turned on the afterburners. Was looking to step on the brakes, but it just did not pan out. John Lloyd Halike showing what he's about there from midfield. Bigla na lang nag-accelerate at iniwan yung mga kalaban.
I think John Lloyd Halike at one point when he beat his opponent, the last man in Garelli United, could have cut in a little bit more so that he would be one-on-one versus the keeper. But instead, he did dribble the ball straight, allowing Garelli United to recover. So again, these are the small habits that maybe with experience he gets to learn. And that's what this tournament is about as well.
Johnson cutting inside, cutting back out, and drawing a save. Mula kay Wale in goal. Johnson, pinapakita kay Halike kung ano sana yung gusto niyong gawin.
Johnson just left with 4 defenders around him, 4 blue shirts, and I am liking what I'm seeing now with Garelli United. Slowly they're being woken up and that they're really just going for it. Diba? Last 2 minutes na lang, so it would be encouraging for them to finish the first half with a goal.
This is where they've been dangerous. Last corner kick causing all kinds of problems for Tuloy. And this time Wale getting a fist to it and deflected out for another corner. Important tackle from Diaz.
Really important for Johnson and the rest of Garelli United to still be resilient. Na huwag silang ma-frustrate because it seems like it is coming. So another last corner to finish. That seems to finish in the first half.
Headed at the front post. 2 minutes added on. It's going to be another corner kick. Could they get one back here? Didn't get the height on that delivery. Bouncing around dangerously. It's still alive. And it's gone out for a goal kick.
I think it was interesting to see Garelli United sort of aim for that first post when they have been enjoying or finding joy when they put the ball up on top and being dominant in those aerial battles. So maybe something to think about when we enter the second half na baka dapat pag nagko-corner, really make it an aerial battle because they are so much stronger or so much taller rather than the Tuloy FC defense.
Last minute of added time. Garelli showing that this game is not out of reach just yet. Offside. And they've just been guilty of that a little too often. Makikita natin mamaya yung statistics, no? They love to get in behind. And really, with just a little bit more discipline, they'd still be able to find the same areas without being that half step forward.
Right, and this is the 3rd time they've been caught in an offside trap. So it begs the question,
Looking to curl it.
It begs the question, can they learn and adapt quickly? But maybe it is something that Coach Taketomo Suzuki can point out in the second half, in the halftime rather, to bring and be better in the second half.
Last play na to. Sa ating first half, into the box it goes and it's headed away to safety. Getting it out wide and lots of bodies forward for Tuloy. It's gonna fall for Halike. Halike looking to beat his man, but he is denied. Counter-attack could be on here. Johnson cutting inside. And this time his man doing well to ensure this half stays 2-0 after 45. Tuloy FC getting off to a blistering start and showcasing the football that has made them a fan favorite so far in the Philippines Football League. Goals from Nunez and Saud. The difference so far, halftime at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. We'll be right back. Halftime at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, where it is 2-0 in favor of Tuloy FC. They got off to a flying start. Harry Nunez with a goal in the 7th minute with Saidal Saud. Following up just 4 minutes later, it was a fantastic show of great football mula dito sa Tuloy FC.
A dream start by Tuloy FC, showcasing their skills and composure in tight spaces. And the first 15 minutes, they were able to dominate against a resilient side like Garelli FC. But it begs the question, the last 30 minutes, they do need to continue on and stay patient as they continue on their performance.
And Garelli, meanwhile, showed signs of life, lalo na nung medyo later stages nung first half. Johnson Kumoin looking particularly dangerous, but a third was very, very near para dito sa koponan ng Tuloy. They came close from that free kick. They had opportunities to test the man in between the sticks. And look at that for an opportunity right in front of goal. Halike has been particularly close. Ito, side netting naman. He's been busy as well, si John Rain Misagal, as we look at the statistics where Tuloy FC, unsurprisingly, taking the edge in terms of possession.
Yeah, we see here that Garelli United has had 5 shots on goal with 1 of them on target, and hopefully as we look into the second half, they're able to capitalize more and on the chances that they have.
Let's take you pitch side now with Agatha Uvero.
As mentioned a while ago, Tuloy was able to have their much-needed rest. 2 weeks, that's what their assistant coach, Coach Brian, said when he mentioned the 2 weeks preparation was the much-needed reset that their team needed since their last game against Air Force. So that is the reason why we're looking at the calm and unselfish team that's playing tonight. Tuloy on top this halftime with 2 goals made by Nunez and Saud. Across the pitch, some adjustments Garelli is looking to make are minimizing errors and not hesitating when it comes to open looks. Speaking of resets, we have one right now and a whole other half to see if Garelli will be able to take their positivity and create that game-changing spirit that they need. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Agatha. And we have a substitution as well here para sa Tuloy. Justin Lupango papasok para kay John Levis Sahor. And yun nga, no, yung titingnan natin kung magagawa nga ba ng Don Bosco Garelli to be able to hesitate less and really be able to find the open spaces and utilize, you know, the opportunities that they do spot on the field. We showed signs of life earlier on. And particularly yung trio nila, no, si Oladipo, si Johnson, at si Komowin, looking particularly dangerous.
Yeah, they did start coming to life in the last 5 minutes, 10-15 minutes of the first half, where finally when they were decisive on their shots, on their dribbles in front, they found a little bit of joy and could have capitalized even and changed the game around.
And of course, the PFL powered by 8 Cuts. They're here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. You can enjoy their onion rings, perfect companion for the matches. And we're about to get underway here. Just a little bit of a confusion, it seems, with the personnel on the pitch. It looks like Salamoding needed to get off the bench and to enter the game.
And interesting, Zorbito stepping off.
And Zorbito has been replaced, it seems. So there's been a change for Don Bosco. So we're going to see what is the confirmation. It looks like John Matthew de la Cruz has come on in place of Zorbito. And Salamoding has stayed in the game. We talked about them needing to look alive in this second half. That's not a good start there, Cam, when you've got a player who's not sure about whether or not he's supposed to be on the pitch.
Well, hopefully that's the wake-up call they need. Yan yung form ng wake-up call nila rather than a goal, di ba? think right off the bat, we see Tuloy FC here with only 3 players in the defensive line, meaning that they have more players up on attack. And that might tell the story of how they want to continue to play the second half, which is more attacking and hopefully more finishing as well.
Winces Balbino has also given way para kay Chris Gisser Suarez. So dalawa pala ang naging changes para sa Don Bosco Garelli. We'll see if that inspires a comeback here in the second half. Early corner, we saw how much trouble they were able to cause from set pieces. Tuloy have been good all over the pitch, but defending set pieces has been a bit of a Achilles heel.
They have looked vulnerable, especially along the likes of Komowin on top, where he is towering over the Tuloy defenders.
It's a deeper delivery, right on cue. Sinasabi mo nga, Cam, that's where they've been finding more success. They made a connection here, just weren't able to take advantage.
Right, and if they're able to utilize set pieces, then they might find joy eventually. I believe that would be their 5th or 6th corner of the match. And if we were idealistic and if they have capitalized on all 6, that would have been 6 goals. So again, set pieces are tools that teams can use to their advantage.
And speaking of, actually, there was another substitute there who made a connection from that one. Solomon Obu is on the pitch as well. So quite a few changes para sa Garelli, which comes as no surprise, really, given how much they struggled in that first period. Halike giving chase. Nabitawan yung bola, and he's converted it here. But infraction called on Halike as that ball was seemingly in possession of the goalkeeper. We love to see that one again.
What a great run by Halike, but already the keeper has had it in his possession, and it was intercepted by Halike, and it was not considered a goal.
Getting a run in behind. Keeper off his line. Got enough of the ball to not be a foul.
And it seems like Garelli as a team has been getting in front of each other, na parang nagka-confusion doon between 2 Garelli players, and that would have been a great opportunity to sink a goal in front of like a goal that didn't have any keeper already.
Muntika na yun para sa Don Bosco Garelli. At eto na naman sila. Step over. Hindi natuloy yung atake doon. At ngayon, ito naman. Tuloy. Napakagandang step over to find the space. Nagiging end-to-end na yung action dito. Cam, game opening up.
A little bit more exciting as we see Garelli push the ball forward and try to attack, and we haven't really seen that in the first half. But now in the second half, the instructions of Coach Carl might have been the difference to really allow them to have more freedom to express themselves up on top, Garelli United.
Siguro yung mensahe is ang best defense natin ay umatake kontra dito sa Tuloy.
At siguro din ang mensahe niya ay pahirapan pa ang Tuloy FC. It has been too easy for Tuloy to make those passes and to score those goals. So possibly the messages have a little bit more pride in how you play and really make it as hard as possible.
Siron Sao tumesting from distance. Grabe ang aksyon na nakita natin dito in the opening 5 minutes ng ating second half. Ball in behind. Again, not far away.
A header by Wale. He was forced to make that clearance with his head because again, he is out of his penalty box kaya hindi niya pwedeng gamitin ang kamay niya. And I believe that was a crucial interception from him going up against the likes of Garelli United, Johnson, I believe.
Grabe din ang anticipation na pinapakita ni Ronnie Wale. as goalkeeper ng Tuloy. At ang unang dilaw makikita natin na ibigay dito sa player ng Garelli na si John Herbert Salamoding. Just a bit late on the challenge. Ito makikita natin ulit. The ball was clearly away already before that tackle came in. At medyo mataas pa yung contact ni Salamoding. Kaya naman nabigyan siya dito ng dilaw.
Kailangan niya mag-ingat pa dahil pag makakuha pa siya ng isang dilaw, isa pang yellow card, mabubuk siya for a red card and Garelli United will be one player down.
Especially na 2 goals behind na sila dito sa laro natin. It's certainly not what they want. Looking for room at mabibigyan sila dito ng corner kick. They're gonna thread that ball patungo kay Harry Nunez.
Yeah, Tuloy FC hasn't had a lot of corner kicks, but the times that they do have, they make this play where it's either a short pass or a quick set piece, and parang true to their name of being a passing team na kahit sa corners, pinapasa nila yung bola.
Nilipat sa gawing kaliwa, offside na naman ang maitatawag dito. Sabi nga natin, it'll be interesting to see kung ano yung statistics sa offside. Nakalimutan ko naman banggitin kung ano yung offside stat natin.
Ay, pakita nga natin.
Parang feeling ko parang nakarami na sila in terms of offsides. Ito na nga, 7 para sa Tuloy FC.
The Garelli United has been showing their experience na utilize nila yung offside trap. Na sabay-sabay sila sa step up and parang galawang veterano talaga yung mga ganong offside trap. But it has been effective for them.
Kumuin. Munti ka na makalibre. Siguro sa lahat ng players ng Don Bosco Garelli, siya na yung pinaka-threatening so far.
Yes, earlier on, he has had half chances in front of the goal where he could have been one-on-one with the keeper, shot the goal. He also had, I believe, a header that went wide. So really, Comoen is a player to watch for the Don Bosco Garelli United.
So may 15 minutes sa loob ng dugout ang dalawang coaches natin. Para sa iyo, Cam, Tuloy FC, lamang ka ng dalawa. Anong gusto mong makita mula sa mga players mo sa pitch?
For Tuloy FC, I think the instruction of Coach Takitomo would really be keep playing to the system, be patient, don't get frustrated because it's easy to dominate the game and have these chances, and they haven't converted in the past 30 minutes. So may onting guidance, I guess, for this young side to really remind them to just be patient, stay in the game by passing and making sure that they stick to the game plan.
And they've been dispossessed in their own half. Early cross. And perhaps na may konting lesson na ipinapakita dito ang Don Bosco Garelli. At nakikita natin yung frustration mula kay Takitomo Suzuki. Dahil just because the first half went a certain way doesn't mean magpapatuloy yung ganong klaseng laro. And here comes Garelli now! Chance for them to respond! Kumoin getting one back. 2-1.
Game is on. Jane Kumoen has been working hard in the first half, and to this point, you could tell he really has been the threat for Don Bosco Garelli United. And we see here, Tuloy FC being dispossessed and Fornis working hard to win that ball and Kumoen being at the other end to finish that goal.
Kalahati ng goal na yun, dapat kay Redrick Fornis.
0.5 sila each. Ang ganda ng intent. Kitang-kita, si Fornis nga mismo yung kumuha ng bola from that net. Meaning, tara, hindi pa tapos yung laban. May 30 minutes ba tayo?
Didn't take long para sa Tuloy to score in that first half, and it looked like they were in command, in control. And all of a sudden, this game is wide open. Just 10 minutes into the second half. Garelli on the board. And now there's room. Como in. Turning on the turbos. Como in. Off the post.
Como in really just accelerated past two of the Tuloy defenders, and really Tuloy FC is lucky that the ball just bounced off that post.
May nakatagong nitro pala tong si Como in. Racing past two defenders. And the finish so close.
Ronnie Wale also making that crucial save for Tuloy FC to change the trajectory of that finish, supposed finish by Comoin.
Surviving the corner kick. And Tuloy, kailangan nila mag-regroup dito. Biglang nagkaroon ng momentum ang Don Bosco Garelli. Obu. Nahanap si Comoin. Johnson. Opting to go back into the crowded area.
Parang nabuhayan ng Don Bosco Garelli na biglang players are now bringing the ball. They aren't shy to receive it, to bring it. And we could see there that the game changer, Obu, attempted to make an attack for his team.
At di na maghihintay si Coach Taketomo. He's gonna pull the trigger. Substitution ngayon. Papasok si Brian Villanueva. Papalitan niya dito si Haren de Gracia. Young man. Itong si Villanueva. Fresh from a championship win with FEU Diliman in the UAAP Juniors. And he finds himself playing first division football with Tuloy FC.
Really, the experience he has had with his championship run, and then now even adding to that experience by going up against really good players is so positive and encouraging to see for a player like him.
Iba rin yung pinapakitang kumpiyansa ng coach sa kanya na ipasok sa larong ganito. 17 years of age. Tinatapon siya sa apoy.
I think already Don Bosco Garelli has had most of their shots on goal this whole match just in the past 10 minutes alone, and one of them being a finish.
And that's where that third goal would have been so important para dito sa koponan ng Tuloy. Comoin skipping away. Villanueva with a crucial tackle. Napakaganda ng timing mula sa likod. Pero eto na naman ang Garelli. Into the box it goes. Squared. Comoin had stayed down. Meanwhile, umaatake dito ang Tuloy. Handball. Claro, sa harap ni Meliton Pelayo. Meanwhile, itong si Jules Aurier Comoin nangangailangan ng treatment. Isa na namang substitution ngayon para sa Tuloy, James Demate. Ito yung challenge ni Villanueva. Makikita natin ton. Bola mula kay Villanueva.
A crucial interception by Villanueva. And also very brave and composed in that moment na hindi siya nagpanic. He focused on getting that ball, and I believe it was a crucial save for Tuloy FC, and we see him here instructing his fellow teammates. Possibly telling them na tara, we have to wake up because Garelli has been sending warning signs to the defensive line.
Not the person you want to be removed. Itong si Jules Comoin. The main man so far para sa koponan ng Garelli on the score sheet and has been leading the attack. Shows Comoin still getting treatment. At the same time, grabe naman itong hugot ni Coach Takitomo para kay Brian Villanueva, already making his mark. And what a scenario to be thrown into as a 17-year-old defender. Just one last window para sa Tuloy to make a change. Interestingly enough, they used 2 windows to put on Villanueva and Demate. So isa na lang ang meron sila, and still a little under 30 minutes pang lalaruin natin in this second half.
And it seems like Coach Carl Claudio has encouraged and powered his side to really be more decisive, because it has been an exciting past 15 minutes, and we see here Comoin on the side still questionable if he will enter. Nakita nga natin na he's pointing to his backside.
And when he did lift his shirt, nakita nga natin meron na siyang parang existing issue, it seems, with the tape there and everything. So you wonder if something has been aggravated from the contact. It's coming back on. It's gonna see kung kaya niya pa magpatuloy dito. But certainly itong si Coach Carl Claudio, he's gonna be very happy sa nakikita niyang response mula sa players niya dito sa pitch. Diagonal ball. Cyril Saot cutting inside. He's looking for Nunez, who was tightly marked.
South in the first half did utilize that move na nasa kanan siya banda, tapos he cuts in to the middle and takes it with his left shot. So maybe it begs the question, could he have done that in that moment to give his team an additional lead?
Pass was cut out. We're gonna lift it to the right side. Ooh, what a collision. That's gonna be a penalty. Looks like the Tuloy player got to the ball first. Got the ball away, and the foot was high mula sa goalkeeper. Meliton Pelayo, may desisyon siya dito. Pupuntahan niya yung assistant referee, and perhaps to collaborate and find out if it's gonna be a penalty. But for sure, nangangailangan ng treatment dito ang player ng Tuloy dahil na-plansya sa chest. Looked like a painful one. I suspect it's gonna look even worse on the replay. Oof. Right into the stomach.
And when you're going at high pace, high speed that he showed that he was, to collide with an oncoming keeper really is so painful. And we see his stomach being treated right now by the physiotherapist on the ground.
Ang pangalawang tanong, penalty ba dapat yun? Dahil hindi tayo sigurado kung nagdesisyon na dito si Meliton Pelayo.
But we see here that it is an opportunity for the team to hydrate. It is pretty warm here in Rizal Memorial Stadium, and these breaks of the game gives the players opportunities to reset. It is just unfortunate that it has come at the cost of one of the younger players here from Tuloy FC.
Let's take a look at it here. So he got a touch to it, and then he got cleaned out, Cam.
But it seems like during he was coming off with cleats up, that might just give them the penalty that Meliton Pelayo has called for this moment.
So ayun na nga, penalty ang ibinigay ni Meliton Pelayo. Chance para sa Tuloy na i-extend ulit yung kalamangan sa dalawa. John Lloyd Halike has been money from the penalty spot in past matches. Will he keep his nerve against John Rain Misagal? No hesitation, Halike makes it 3-1. Balik sa dalawa ang kalamangan ng Tuloy FC. They've weathered the storm and re-established their lead.
That was a composed finish by Halike, just picking out the bottom right corner to move past Misagal in that moment. And this might just be the cushion that Tuloy FC needs to come back into their game.
Puro side foot lang ang mga finish ng Tuloy FC. Everything's so controlled.
You wonder if that's the instruction, na side foot only. I mean, it is. It has been working for them and it has been a joy to see.
Meanwhile, Villanueva, again showing he's not intimidated by these forwards of Garelli. Ang problema para dito sa koponan ng Don Bosco is talagang nagsistruggle na si Comoin up front. After that tackle from Villanueva, it looks like he's not the same guy anymore. Bit of a limp going on. Garelli playing out.
We see here Banagodos being that anchor for Garelli United, and he really is one of their key players anchoring the middle. So it would be nice for him to be seen in more positive positions where he gets the ball and can turn his body and distribute to the front three who have been very effective for Don Bosco Garelli.
The ball in behind. Tuloy finding room. Onside. He's drawn a save from Misagal.
I believe that was a shot by Demate. James Demate of Tuloy FC had a moment, I think, a split second to really just regain his balance and hit that ball well. But instead, unfortunately, he was hitting it a little bit unbalanced, kaya nakita natin na parang medyo rushed yung shot niya.
Cyril Saud likes to cut inside on his left foot, and he's done so again here. Napakasikip, pero parang walang problema para sa Tuloy.
Just the composure to keep the ball away from a supposedly compact side of Garelli United.
Running behind. Nabasa doon ni Wale yung danger. Dropping in. Side on Saud. Medyo napabigat lang yung pasa ng konti. The momentum of Garelli has fizzled out a little bit.
I think ever since Comoin has stepped out of the pitch after that collision, it sort of been
as we say that, here
yeah,
they come.
napatigil ako doon.
Comoin had it poked away. Tumaas yung flag at offside ang itatawag.
So in the moment where Comoin seems to have lost his momentum, his teammates in Oladipo and Johnson has stepped up for him.
Going for it from distance. Tumira dun si Banagodos. At malaking improvement ang nakita natin sa Garelli, particularly dito sa midfield nila. Ngayon, mas nakahawak sila ng bola. They've been venturing into the final third with more regularity. Lovely pass. Offside ang itatawag. Maganda din ang pinakitang depensa doon ni Solomon Obu.
And Obu has really shown, has made an impact for his team. Initially making those crosses from the left side and then now being decisive in that defensive role na he's had those crucial saves that we just saw.
We're going to switch it. Or look for the run in behind rather. Sinasabi ni Sahor na hinatak siya pabalik. Again, hinahanap yung bola sa likod ng depensa.
It's interesting to see Tuloy FC be more direct with their play. If initially in the first half they've been moving the ball, finding pockets, they seem to have taken a more direct and aggressive approach forward.
Baka daw kasi iniisip ng mga tao, one-trick pony lang sila.
Yeah, they're showing how versatile they can be. Tama.
Still in play? No. Outside na ang tinawag ng assistant referee sa far side.
Johnson not happy with that call. He is a player from Don Bosco who has been trying ever since the first half in the 30th, 40th minute to really make that impact, and understandable why he's showing a little bit of frustration right now.
Maybe in the previous game, that wouldn't have been called.
But unfortunate it is this game.
Touch there from Sahor. Umakit sa kamay. It's been a frustrated figure up top para dito sa Tuloy. Talagang hindi naman siya nagkukulang in terms of work rate. Itong si John Sahor just hasn't panned out for him quite yet.
So a quick check on the statistics. So far, 58% possession for Tuloy FC and 42% from Garelli United so far after 73 minutes of play. And it's been more encouraging to see that Garelli United has more shots, and with 10 total shots on goal and 4 shots on target. Meanwhile, Tuloy FC with 16 shots and 10 on target.
Needed to get that correct. Itong si Misagal. At maganda yung outlet. Looking for Johnson. Naunahan. Substitution. Ilalabas dito si Comowin. Hindi niya na talaga kaya. At papalitan siya ni John Laniel Tirado.
So now we see the likes of Johnson replacing Comowin's position up on top, and Tirado entering in the midfield.
Johnson, muntika na yun para sa kanya. Halike. Had it poked away. And now Tuloy taking control in midfield. Hasn't been the same amount of control from Tuloy in this second half. In fact, this match has been a little bit more back and forth in this second period.
I think ever since Garelli United started pushing the ball forward, it seems that Tuloy has felt a little bit more threatened in defense and a little bit more conservative with how they move the ball. And this is something that they as a team, need to remember na kahit na umaatake sa kanila yung opponent, you just stay with the game plan. Keep playing the way that they know how to do.
But this match has really breezed past. And it's largely due to the adjustments mula dito kay Carl Claudio. He's been a lot more ambitious in this second period. And that positivity mula sa kanyang koponan has made it a lot more of a competitive contest. At kaya naman, it's been so entertaining to watch. Ang bilis na ng oras. 14 minutes na lang natitira sa ating laro.
We see a player down. I believe that would be
I believe it's Salamoding, no?
Salamoding of Garelli on the side. And the play, and he's getting treatment on the side right there.
So habang may man advantage, susubukan nila really to be able to maneuver past with a numerical advantage, but they've given the ball away, itong Tuloy.
I think in terms of connecting their passes, they have had a lot of unforced errors more in the second half versus the first half. So I believe the Tuloy players need to create more supporting angles and really just stay composed. Because they have shown that they are capable. So it's a matter of continuing that for the rest of the 90 minutes.
So far, ito yung nakikita natin sa Tuloy, no? Potential, so much of it. Pero sabi nga natin, bata pa yung mga players na meron sa squad nila, 17 to 21 years of age pa lang. Ang really ng age group nitong squad ni Taketomo Suzuki. And kung gagawa ka ng highlight reel para sa Tuloy, it's gonna be very, very impressive. But to be able to put it together for 90 minutes is really the big challenge for them. Lalo na pag nakakalaban nila yung mga malalaking teams. That's where they sort of are being exploited by the bigger teams.
Yeah, they have shown their vulnerability in terms of, yes, they are on the ball, they're good with the ball, but in the crucial moments where they can capitalize and finish the game, they seem to not be able to do that yet. But just in this moment, really showing what they're made of. Tuloy FC 4-1 now versus Garelli United.
Justin Lupango with a fourth goal para sa Tuloy FC. Delivered by Sawat and a header for the young man.
When we talk about game changers, Lupango coming off the bench and scoring a goal, that is what he was able to show, and really a wonderful cross by Saot. He really has been so effective on that right side, cutting in with his left, shooting, but at the same time making a really well-placed crosses where he's able to pick out his teammates with his right foot.
There you have it. We're just talking about where they could improve. Sorry, what was that? 21 years
You probably
of age.
heard me. It's like, no.
Lupango putting it into a 3-goal cushion for his side. And now a bit more room to breathe here, a little bit more relaxation now for the men in blue.
Garelli United with the ball in possession now at the 80th minute. We found them with a strong spell, maybe in the first 5-10 minutes of in the second half rather, and they seem to have struggled a little bit in maintaining that momentum, and at the same time, Tuloy FC picking up on that momentum and was able to score their fourth of the match.
Somebody lost a shin guard there in the process. That was Obu. Saot. Managodos doing well para sa Garelli.
Managodos, a product of Don Bosco, has been commanding that middle. And we did say we want to see him in more positive positions because we know what he can do with the ball.
Suarez, nakapanalo ng corner kick. Yan ang gusto mo makita mula dito sa Don Bosco Garelli. Regardless ng scoreline, yung character na ipinakita nila to start off this second half, kung ipagpatuloy lang talaga nila yun, it's gonna be a problem for the teams that they go up against. Eight minutes and change in regulation.
Tirado taking the corner with his left foot, an outswinger.
Dangerous moment para sa backline ng Tuloy. And here comes a substitution para sa koponan ni Suzuki. Papasok si Cyrus Gamboa. Ito na yung huli nilang substitution. At si Siron Saot ang papalitan. So that'll be it for Tuloy FC, utilizing their final window. And here is Harry Nunez, man with the armband, been pulling the strings in midfield. What has impressed you the most about Harry Nunez?
I think his maturity, handling the ball, having the vision, being in the center, you know, it's not easy when you're up against many players. Lalo na pag nasa gitna ka, you always need to be making decisions, and he seems to have been making those right ones for his team, Tuloy FC.
Has a goal to his name today. And has two appearances already para sa senior national team. And of course, bata pa to si Harry Nunez. And there's going to be some exciting tournaments coming up. This year, there's going to be a tournament for the under-19s. And of course, the SEA Games around the corner next year. So you might see Harry Nunez show up for some of the youth national teams. And he's also in and around the area of the senior team as well. So exciting future para dito sa kay Harry Nunez. And when you look at him, he's not a big guy. It doesn't look like automatic na pag nakita mo si Noti parang nako, atleta to, sigurado. But grabe yung talent na pinapakita niya on a regular basis dito sa PFL.
Yeah, and true to his number 10, para siyang Messi na unassuming. You wouldn't think that he would be threatening when he has the ball, but really, even with the captain armband, I think is a encouraging sign of his qualities as a player, na hindi lang siya magaling player, pero isa din siya sa mga leader na tinitignan ni Tuloy FC para sa kanilang koponan.
And here he is on the ball. Finding room to exploit. And at times they're just cutting through this Garelli team.
I think South in that moment could have just used the momentum of the ball going forward. Dapat pinush niya na lang, and kahit na kalaban niya mas malaki sa kanya, because he did have momentum on his side, baka nabit pa niya yung defender niya.
Sahor and Suarez getting involved a little bit here with 5 minutes remaining. At Meliton Pelayo nangangailangan ditong kausapin yung dalawa. Medyo nagkapikunan ng konti si Sahor at saka si Suarez.
Kalma lang daw. Especially since we have 5 more minutes left of regular time.
Maybe a pocket of space here for Nunez. And again, one difference na nakikita natin between Garelli and Tuloy has been the utilization of the center of midfield, where Tuloy have been with regular frequency venturing into the tight spaces, and they haven't been afraid to thread the balls into those spots. How important it is as well that you have the personnel that you can trust na pag binigay ko ito sa masikip na lugar, hindi mawawala yung bola dun sa teammate ko.
Yep. And what has stood out to me is that the center core of Tuloy FC in their midfield with Nunez leading is that they're very dynamic. Meaning, si Nunez hindi lang siya dun sa defensive line kung saan malapit sa defenders, but at the same time, he floats up on top. He finds himself in positive positions, and really that's what you want to see as a midfielder. Very dynamic. Itong si Nunez and his companions.
Threading the ball through. Chance para sa Tuloy. Offside ang itatawag. Munti ka na makakuha ng pangalawa. Itong si Lopango. Must have been very tight from our angle, which is not a great one to be able to spot an offside. He looked like he might have been on. Garelli looked doomed to a third straight defeat here in the PFL.
Tuloy FC has really showed what they could do as a team individually with the likes of Nunez and Saut and Halike shining for their team. And also as a team that they're able to show yung sinasabi mo nga na a dynamic and flowing football, which is really a joy to see.
Making it look easy in that tight space. Napadelikado lang ng konti. They go unpunished. Again, the confidence to beat the man there. Halike. And Nunez, again, finding a teammate up front. And this one just inches wide.
What a pass there by Nunez to really just scoop the ball behind the defensive line of Garelli United to find his teammate who did shoot from outside of the box, number 6, Gamboa, and really just inches nga, sinasabi mo, Jing.
Feeling ko talaga naririnig tayo, Cam. Pinag-uusapan daw natin si Harry, baka gusto niyo magpakita ang gilas ng konti.
Yeah, it works out because our cameramen are on spot.
Halike.
Halike really has been everywhere as well. Right, left, in the middle of the pitch. And when you talk about dynamic football, Halike has shown his versatility as well.
This one just overcooked. Player down para sa Garelli. Could be Bode Oladipo who is struggling.
Oladipo, one of the 3 decisive players up on top for Garelli United that sort of led that short momentum that they had, that encouraging momentum that they had in the last 5 minutes of the first half, and at the same time, the start of the second half.
So ito na yung magiging pangalawang panalo ng Tuloy sa Philippines Football League.
Just look at Tuloy FC threading the lines of Garelli United and all of them being compact. Really right now, just lots of blue shirts there, keeping the players of Garelli United offside.
There were a few that were a bit skeptical about Tuloy joining the first division. I'm wondering if a group of such young boys would be able to compete against the best in the Philippines, but they've showcased in the 2 wins that they've had that they've been pretty dominant as well. They breezed past Benilamonte 5-0, and now here they've scored 4 against Don Bosco Garelli, a side that beat Mendiola, by the way.
Really very encouraging for the program of Tuloy FC na sinabi nga natin didn't just happen overnight, hindi lang para sa liga na to, but it's something they've been working on for the past 5 and so years.
Going on his own was Halike.
We could see Coach Taketomo on the sideline just telling him, "Kalma." I think his body language there was saying that he did have time and maybe he may have rushed that shot a little bit.
Na medyo disappointing dun is may suporta kasi siya sa kaliwa. Pero nakikita natin, no, desperado si Halike na makakuha ng pangalawang goal.
Yes, just the intent of wanting to score. Maybe to pull one back for that previous shot he had in front of goal in the first half, where he did unfortunately miss in an open goal. And those kinds of moments you really want to get back as a player.
Garelli nakahanap ng magandang bola. Villanueva, he's been very good since coming on. Talking about promising talents, Cam. 17, first division, thrown into the fire and has stood firm.
Already a champion Czech, played in the top league of the Philippines Czech. Like, what else is in store for Villanueva? It's very exciting to see what else is here for him.
Anticipating that ball well.
I think just to continue on my thought about, on our thought about what it takes to be in this league and what it means to be on this league, is that it really is a good opportunity to be scouted by the bigger teams, but also at the same time by, you know, the management for the national teams, because it's an opportunity for them to show what they can do within the match. Because it's easy to watch them in training, but really playing in games where a lot is on the line is really important to see.
Yun na nga, no? Hit it on the head there. Now, pinaka-importante is makita ka na lumalaban in difficult conditions, how you react. Headed forward there. Tuloy dealing with a bit of danger here. Suarez couldn't keep that in play.
Just that last-ditch effort by Suarez, you could tell that he wants to really contribute to his team na, di ba, palabas na nga yung bola pero may pa-header flick pa siya that gave them a half chance to score in front of the goal.
Tuloy. Can't be reckless here. Lamang sila ng tatlo. Really, they don't want Garelli to get any additional goals in this match. They need to finish strong. And nakikita mo naman yung body language ni Taketomo on the sideline. Still very adamant. But what they could be doing better. Chance dito. Great pick out of the sky there. Garelli now here. An opportunity to transition, but they're delayed very well.
Johnson doing well there, keeping the ball, finding his teammate open. And we have here now Banagodos on the side. Initially a center midfielder being stretched out on the wing and giving a really good ball.
Fantastic pass. Finish just couldn't match it. Reverse ball, medyo no look mula kay Banagodos. Spotted the run. Look at that.
I think sinasabi natin na mga tools and tricks that Banagodos has up his sleeve. You know, just the cheekiness of having a no-look pass. Those are those little tips and tricks that you don't find in a lot of football players.
5 minutes. Done and dusted. And it's going to be 3 points para sa Tuloy FC. Impressive and dominant from the young men of Taketomo Suzuki. They get their second win in the PFL.
A lot to be proud of for Tuloy FC, a young side but really a promising program that has shown what they're about in this half, where they showed their ability to be good on the ball, to pass, find those pockets of space, and finish in front of the goal. And also a lot to learn from for Garelli United, that they do have these personnel who can make a difference for their team, but it's a matter of finding and fine-tuning those last passes, those final passes to make them effective in front of the goal.
They're constantly improving, the young boys of Tuloy, and now their confidence will grow ever more here in the PFL after getting their second victory. And they did it in some style as well. Early goals mula kay Nunez at kay Cyril Saud. Nadagdagan ni Halike from the penalty spot and ni Lopango off the substitutes bench. But that wasn't before Kumuin made things interesting sa ating second half. They made it 2-1 and made it anybody's ball game for a few minutes. But 12 minutes later, Halike found the back of the net and settled the tie for Tuloy FC. It was an entertaining affair all around here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, and it was a fantastic way to end this Saturday triple header.
Really some shining moments from players who showcase what they're about, both from Tuloy FC and from Garelli United. We found the likes of Nunez in Tuloy FC being that anchor in the middle, finding the passes, having the vision, and at the same time Halike being alongside him and making it effective for his team to go and play. But really, Saot, I think, is one of the players that I'd like to highlight kasi yung ability niya to be very effective as a winger, you know, cutting in with your left and then also delivering passes with your right is something to be proud of. And for Garelli United naman, nakita natin yung likes of Banagodos, and at the same time, nila Johnson at Comoen to be that attacking force for his team.
And now we've got an opportunity to send you down pitch side with Agatha, who's got our moment man of the match.
Hi, so we are here today with our moment man of the match. We have Harry James Nunez. Congratulations, Harry. So, meron kang 1 goal, 77 passes completed, and 91% pass rate completion. Happy ka ba sa nilaro mo today?
Yes po, happy po.
Meron kayong medyo matagal-tagal na break before this. Mga 2 weeks kayo nagpahinga. Ano yung mindset mo going into this game and paano yung preparation ninyo for this?
In-improve po namin yung mga kailangan namin i-improve para po makabawi sa ngayong game po to get 3 points.
Congratulations again. We have our moment man of the match. That's Harry James Nunez. And back to you. Okay, congrats.
Maraming salamat,
Thank you.
Agatha. And a man of few words, itong si Naughty Nunez.
Few words, but his actions really speak for himself.
Oh, he does his talking on the pitch. Itong si Naughty Nunez. But really a fantastic display. What impressed you the most about this win from Tuloy?
It impressed me that they're able to be so composed on the ball, patient at times, and really decisive in their finishing. You know, they make it look easy, diba? Sabi mo earlier, and for them to show up like this against a more experienced side in terms of players, I think it's just a lot to be proud of for the Tuloy team.
So there you have it. All 3 points going the way of Tuloy. And that wraps us up here on this football-packed Saturday at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Para sa aking partner na si Cam Rodriguez, si Agatha Uvero on the sideline, at si Direk Koy Yupanco. Ako po si Jing Hamlang. Salamat sa panonood, and we'll see you tomorrow for more PFL action.
People always try to put me down on the ground, but I never be jealous, cause I'm the right